Hey everyone! Today we're going to talk about a friend group that has been getting attention because of multiple videos warning people to stay away from them. Before we begin, I want to make something very clear. This video is not about sending hate toward anybody. I'm not asking anyone to harass, threaten, spam, or attack these people. Instead, we're going to look at the situation critically. We're going to go through the claims that have been made, look at the evidence that has actually been presented, compare the different accounts, and talk about what we can and cannot prove. Because when drama starts spreading online, it's extremely easy for people to hear one side of a story and immediately assume that everything being said is true. That's not how we should approach situations like this. So let's break it down. The first video is titled explaining why you should stay away from this friend group. Right away, that title gives viewers a warning. The creator isn't simply saying, "Here's my experience." They're telling the audience that they should avoid the entire friend group. That's a serious claim. And whenever somebody makes a serious accusation, the most important question is, what evidence supports it? That's what we're going to focus on. Not rumors, not assumptions, not somebody told me. Evidence. Then we have another video titled, "Please do not join this friend group unless you like drama. Go SC document 1/1." Now we have two separate videos presenting the friend group negatively. That obviously makes the situation worth looking into. But here's something important. Two videos discussing the same situation doesn't automatically mean every accusation is proven. They could be describing the same events. They could have different experiences. They could misunderstand certain events. Or they could provide evidence that supports their claims. That's why we have to separate claims from facts. This is where online drama becomes complicated. Someone can say, "They did this," but saying something happened isn't the same as proving it happened. For every major accusation, viewers should ask, what happened? Who was involved? When did it happen? Is there a screenshot, recording, message, or other evidence? Is the evidence complete or taken out of context? Those questions matter. If there is solid evidence, show it. If something is only an allegation, call it an allegation. And if something cannot be verified, say that too. That's much more responsible than presenting every rumor as a confirmed fact. Friend group drama can become extremely complicated because there are usually multiple people involved. One person may believe they were treated unfairly. Another person may completely disagree. A third person might have only heard part of the situation. Then somebody makes a video about it. Then somebody else responds. Then people who weren't even involved start choosing sides. And suddenly the original situation becomes 10 times bigger. That's why viewers need to be careful. You shouldn't automatically support someone just because they're the first person to tell their story. You also shouldn't automatically reject someone's story just because another person disagrees. Look at the evidence. After looking at the two videos, there are several different levels of certainty. If something is directly demonstrated through reliable evidence, we can describe it as something that is supported by evidence. If something is directly demonstrated through reliable evidence, we can describe it as something that is supported by evidence. If someone says, "I don't like this group," that's an opinion. They are allowed to feel that way. But an opinion isn't automatically proof that the group is objectively bad. Sometimes we simply don't have enough information, and that's okay. Saying "I don't know" is better than making something up. Now here's something I want to emphasize. If you disagree with this friend group, that's one thing. But don't turn disagreement into harassment. Don't spam their comments. Don't send threats. Don't reveal private information. Don't encourage people to mass report accounts just because you dislike somebody. And don't go after random friends, family members, or unrelated people. If somebody genuinely did something wrong, criticism should focus on the behavior and the evidence, not on destroying someone's life. If the evidence presented in these videos establishes that members of the group behaved badly, then they should be held accountable for those specific actions. Not for rumors. Not for things somebody else supposedly did. Not for exaggerated versions of events. And not for accusations that have no evidence. Accountability means being specific. Instead of saying, "Everybody in this group is horrible," a stronger statement would be, "This particular behavior was harmful, here's the evidence, and here's why it was a problem." That's a much stronger argument. If you're watching this situation unfold, don't immediately pick a side. Watch the original material. Look at the evidence. Compare responses. Pay attention to timestamps and context. Ask whether screenshots are complete. Ask whether important information has been left out. And most importantly, remember that internet drama is often presented from someone's personal perspective. You don't have to become part of the conflict. You can simply say, "I've seen the evidence, and I have my own opinion. So, is this friend group actually as bad as people are saying?" That's something that should be determined by the evidence, not simply by the titles of these videos. The two videos clearly present the group negatively, and that's worth discussing. But a responsible expo shouldn't turn accusations into facts without proof. If the creators have evidence, viewers should examine it. If the friend group has a response, viewers should examine that too. And if something remains unclear, we should admit that it's unclear, because the goal shouldn't be to manufacture more drama. At the end of the day, this situation is a reminder that online friend group drama can get out of control very quickly. One person tells their story, another person responds, another person makes a video, then the audience gets involved. Before long, people are arguing about something they weren't even there for. So before you believe somebody's story completely, take a step back. Ask questions. Look for evidence. Compare sources. And don't participate in harassment. If this situation continues, the most useful thing we can do is focus on documented events rather than rumors. That's the difference between simply participating in drama and actually investigating it. Thanks for watching. And remember, don't just believe the loudest person in the room. Look at the evidence.